Hey gang, so what a day today, huh? Interesting market day. For you guys that are watching this video later, it's Tuesday, 3/9/2021. It's interesting rally today. It's almost like it cured everything, right, guys? And that kind of leads us into our stock of the week. Now, our stock of the week is something that played a big part in today's rally. You've seen over the last few days, right? The S&P 500's kind of been lagging. NASDAQ's just been getting bombed. Tech, right, has been getting hit. Tesla's in correction territory, blah, blah, blah. A lot of that resolved today and went positive, went bullish. And that's our stock of the week. Our stock of the week this week is a why wouldn't you own it stock? And what we're going to talk about is Apple computing. Right now, Apple's trading about 120, 121 this morning, but it's been on this nice pullback. You could have got it as cheap as 116, 117 over the last couple of days. But it looks like it's starting to resume that bullish pattern. Let me talk about Apple a little bit. And you know, you might be saying, Apple, I'm going to skip this one. But think about it. Why wouldn't you own Apple? Why would you pay hundreds of dollars for a share of GameStop, right? Which has no money in the bank, saddled with debt, trying to really grasping its straws to straighten out its business model going forward. And you pay what, $100, $200, $300 for a share of that. And then you look at Apple at 116, you're like, I don't want that. That's boring. Well, get some boring into your portfolio, guys, because let me talk to you about Apple. As opposed to a GameStop, Apple has billions of dollars in cash in their bank, literally billions. They have no debt whatsoever, at least no debt that's any threat to the company or its balance sheet. They just had a quarter where they made $1 billion. Oh my God. How many GameStops can you buy with that? It can be a big franchisee. But look, guys, I know this is kind of, I'm being kind of a little facetious about this and funny, but I'm dead serious. Why wouldn't you own Apple right now? Let's kind of pop over and take a look at an Apple chart together here, guys. Let me share my screen. All right. So, you look at the Apple chart here. Let me move that handsome guy out of the way. You look at that Apple chart here. It's really been in a base since mid-September, right? Mid-August, early September. And it all generated around that stock split. It had a 4-for-1 stock split. That's where we entered. You can see we've got one position that's at 116. That's our long hold. We also just picked up some 145 calls out to April for you guys that want to play along with that. And they're starting to look gold right now. You see, we had one bounce there. Then we had this tech was going through its thing, right? And that was the big thing. And we talk about it in our daily reports is why was the market doing what it's doing with this green Dow days, red spider days, and just obnoxiously red NASDAQ days, right? Well, tech, the trade was unwinding and Apple got caught up in that. And, we understand why you would sell a Tesla at the recent highs and stuff. I mean, really going forward, the company's starting to hit some problems, right? And, you look at Tesla, really, how focused is Elon Musk? I mean, he seems to be about Bitcoin. He seems to be about pot. He seems to be about being on Joe Rogan's. He seems to be about boring holes and putting up satellites. How about producing some electric vehicles? If I was a Tesla shareholder, I'd be concerned. But you flash forward to Apple, right? Like I said, $1 billion quarter in revenue. That's 3 months out of the year, kids. And then they've got over billions of dollars cash in their bank account. And they've got a great product line coming down the line, right? They just released the 12s, which is a big success. They just had this privacy battle with Facebook and stuff that might drag on. But look, guys, if you're going up against Facebook, who do you want on your side? Apple, right? What's the one company that's bigger than Facebook? Apple. And you see all these positives here going forward. And, you talk about buy the dips, guys. This is a buy the dip for Apple. Like I said, we're in at about 116 pre-split. And we suggested all our members get it, and most of them did. And you're happy. You've already got 2 dividends, right? 20 cents a share, 20 cents a share. Look at those earnings, $1.68 a share. Doubled the previous earnings from October. That's a great stock. So I say it again, guys. The chart looks great. The balance sheet looks fantastic. Uh, why would you be messing around with all these other stocks when you could put something? And this is what we talk about. It's easy to get caught in that short-term mentality, that emotional trade, especially if you watch CNBC, if you watch Fox Business News. It's a parade of talking heads, right? Pounding the table. Buy this, got to get that. I got a $10 stock. It's going to be 500 in a week. You know what I mean? Don't get caught up in that. Remember, the stock market is a vehicle for transferring wealth from the impatient to the patient. All right. So be the patient. You want to have some meat in your portfolio. So get the biggest meat producer on the planet, which is Apple, right? You talk about putting meat in your portfolio. Now you're putting a slab. But all joking aside, guys, seriously, if you're going to invest for the long term, if you're looking to build a solid portfolio and some passive generation, right? Do you want to sit there and watch every tick every day for 8.5 hours? Of course not. Apple's the kind of stock, right? Goes down to a certain point, you add a little bit. Maybe it runs up to an all-time high. Maybe you trim a little bit, but it's a constant benefit to a portfolio. So again, do you want to sit in a Reddit room and wait for some other guy to tell you, hey, go buy this? Or do you want to make your own decisions, control your own financial future? And you know what? One day when that Reddit trade's not there, you don't care because you know how to manage your money. So a little bit of independence there too, guys. Anyways, I sound like an Apple salesman. Huh? I got some shares behind the building. Anyways, guys, let's close on that note. It's Tuesday and we're having a lot too much fun. But seriously, consider, guys. Right now the quote's 121.75. On Apple, that has a high recently of $145. We don't see any reason that it won't go back to that, and probably pretty quick. We think before April. And look, if the S&P is going to start making new highs and holding them, if the NASDAQ is, guess what? It's going to need Apple to participate. So if you're bullish on the market, you're bullish on Apple. Anyways, guys, that's your stock of the week. I hope this satisfied you a little bit. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the update, okay? You guys have a great Tuesday afternoon. How do we stop the recording? Just kidding.